Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to take all this stuff, leftover steel parts, and turn it into pieces of art. So some things to remember when we are making metal sculptures is that it's all artist discretion. You can make whatever you want. In my case, these are going to be trophies for an off-road event coming up at the end of August. The trophies themselves, they're just whatever just came to my mind. And you can do this with any of your stuff as long as you got some broken parts or some friends with broken parts and a welder. That's really about all you need. So this is what I made today. I've also made other art trophies and things. Um, Here's some pictures you can watch, see some of the other stuff that you can make just to give some ideas. You can pretty much build whatever you want. We got a few things here. Twisted 14 bolt spline, some old Dana 60 ring gears, a Jeep U joint, a hook that I had to cut off, put a D-ring on, some old bearings, Dana 30 pinion yoke. This is actually a pop-off pin in the oil field. It's a 5,500 pound pin, and they're normally straight. When you reach that pressure, they bend in like that, look like a little barbell. Don't know what that came off of. Let's see what else I can find here. I got a few little things. I wonder if I can do something with these. Ooh, that spins. That maybe we can use that. Anything. Colt 45. So, alright, so here's kind of what I came up with. I think, it's always just using your imagination. But I have this twisted spline 14 bolt shaft, so I'll probably cut it somewhere right here. Haven't decided if I'm going to use that stuff yet for sure. I may use this sprocket somewhere in here with this piece. Hard Luck Award, I think we'll do something with that and this and just swing around. But I kind of got, I think I'm going to take this distributor shaft, cut it, make a axle for the front, and this will be mounted up on it, this bad gauge, and I'll use this hook, and I'll turn these around and weld them onto the pop-off pin, and I even may make a little seat, I'm thinking, and do a little steering wheel, and maybe weld some, I only have a bajillion old spark plugs here, so I can weld some spark plugs on there. As far as this goes, I started cleaning this up a little bit. I think I'll make a piston face, so I'll have to weld this in here because I don't think it's going to weld to that. But use these bolts come out for arms. And this will probably be the steering wheel, some legs, and then set it on the throwout bearing. So here's kind of what I got so far. Just a couple pieces started out. Got our busted up gauge there, and once we get it cleaned up, I'll make my seat and steering wheel, and we'll weld some spark plugs off the front, and that thing will look, well, this one's going to be a hard one to weld. See if I can get it in there, but I think that's the only part I can weld on. So I'm going to try to get this in there as a body for his head. So what I did here, get that smoke out of the way. So what I did here is I made the legs, and I wanted to keep it about the width of this throwout bearing because I want to set him on the throwout bearing. Hopefully I can get him to be balanced where he can spin on there. It's always cool to have trophies that spin. So I kind of just set it there to line it up just for the leg width, that separation. And then I think I'm going to have him, what do you think? Either this is the steering wheel or this is the steering wheel, and give him some fingers. Haven't decided yet, but we'll figure it out. So I think I decided on this one, and I'm going to use these as fingers holding on to it on each end. Hopefully I don't burn through this thing. It's pretty thin, but we'll get it on there. But I don't want to do that yet. I gotta let this thing cool off because I want to take a die grinder and give this thing a little face. So how do you think this guy's face should look? Should we give him I mean, he should be a crazy driver, right? I'm not really sure how to do the nose there, but Mouth, I'm thinking something. Like that. That kind of look like Matt when he drives. So this is a kit of diamond bits that I got off the internet. I ordered them online. I think this one will work good. It's nice and pointy. I may be able to do some etching with it. This one here, maybe for eyeballs, or even this one to kind of get some lines because it's flat up top. But we'll see how it goes. I've never done this to a piston before, so it's new for me too. Well, here he is. Doesn't look like Matt anymore, but now he just looks like a crazy wild man. But he spins, his head tilts, he's driving, and he can drive in any direction. So it's a beautifully sunny day. I taped off the gauge, and I taped off the Willys hood latch, and everything else I'm gonna paint. Is go through these colors and figure out what we want. I'm thinking, I don't know about you guys, but I have some kind of neat hammered colors. This one's a brown. We got Sparkling Canyon. You see that? Sparkling Canyon. And we got Copper. That make for some cool colors. What's this one? A Hammered Copper. We got Gold. I can hit it with some primer to start here. It's not a big deal. Could do a little pink on the flower one. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That bee actually thinks that's a flower. Alright guys, well here's the final product. This is the car, and it's going to go to the best rig at the challenge. This one is going to it's going to the worst break, basically. It's going to be the hard luck award, and whoever has the most catastrophic failure is going to end up with that. And they're going to have a nice memoir of why they want to fix their stuff before next challenge. And this one's going to go to the top driver. So, and he'll drive in circles, and he's even happy to do it. Right? Yeah. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. I'd actually love to hear what you guys are building at home. If you're going to do something like this, or if you've done something like this, it'd be really cool to know what you're doing. Otherwise, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell. That way you can see more stuff as it's coming out and getting built. Well, I think I'm going to make one last ditch effort to try to make this look like Matt. We'll see if we can pull this off. Now it just looks like The Rock with a goatee.